Hello, everybody. Welcome to Biology in the Basement, Overalls Edition. Running out of different clothes to wear. I don't really have a varied wardrobe, so I'm breaking out a few things that are a little different. All right, we're moving on. We are normally in the position where we get the Quizlets out and we play Quizlet Live and we have a test on living things, but we can't really do a good quality testing format right now. So just do your objectives, submit them to me, and we'll figure out something regarding that later. So we're just going to move right on into our magic word homeostasis and the human body. So let's have a fact of the day so that we can begin. And that is, do your job, people. Okay? Do your job. John Frederick Parker did not do his job. First of all, he showed up 3 hours late to his job, which happened to be watching President Abraham Lincoln. Not only did he show up 3 hours late on that fateful night in Ford's Theater, but also he decided to leave his post and go have a drink at the saloon next door when John Wilkes Booth came into his presidential box, shot him, jumped out of the balcony, broke his leg, and took off. So, do your job, people. We lost a good one that day. Okay, let's talk about our magical buzzword. That's all I'm going to get into today is just a brief introduction, and then we'll start talking about digestion tomorrow. So, the big word is a reminder of what homeostasis is, right? Homeostasis means keeping your cells happy despite what is going on outside in the internal or external environment, or internally, as we'll see. So we want to keep those internal conditions constant despite what's going on outside. Classic example, right? If it's too hot outside, your body will try to cool you down. If it's too cold outside, your body will warm you up, right? When I think of homeostasis, I think of a cell's happy place, right? Making cells happy, right? Are they at the right temperature? Do they have the right amount of oxygen? Do they have the right amount of sugars and amino acids that they need to make whatever they need to make and do whatever they need to do, right? Are the cells moist enough, right? Is your overall body not dehydrated, right? These are all the things that your body works as a group of teams to keep all of your cells happy, right? Keep them in their happy place. We're really pampering our cells all day, every day. Why? Why are we being so nice to ourselves? Because just like you, that's when they work the best, right? When you got a good night's rest, you got a full belly, you have no stress, you can tackle almost any problem. And that's why our body works tirelessly day and night while you're awake and asleep to keep your cells happy so that they are working hard for you. It really is a team effort here. If you are unable to maintain homeostasis on one level or another, it could mean you have a disease, a condition. You could just have an illness temporarily that you are unable to control one facet of that, a long-term disease, or if this does not stop and continues where you can't maintain homeostasis on one level or another, you will die. So you need to keep all of your cells happy all of the time so that they will function the best. Classic example I give you is the thermostat and the furnace relationship, right? You got to have sense organs, sensing things, eyes, ears, nose, right? Taking in information and then you need other parts of the body to do something about it, right? So you set your thermostat at a set temperature so that it's not too cold where you're under blankets and not getting anything done, and it's not too warm where you're sweating and you don't want to be working, right? You set it to a nice temperature so that you can work. And so you keep an eye on it, your thermostat keeps an eye on that. When you get to the wrong temperature, I guess you would say, or when it falls below the proper settings or goes above the proper settings, then you will have your heater or your air conditioner kick on to keep that room nice and cool or warm. An example that we will beat to death is going to be the relationship between your pancreas, your liver, and keeping your cells happy as far as how much sugar there is in your blood. Obviously, when you eat food and you digest it, your bloodstream is filled with sugar, right? You all get that nice sugar buzz boost of energy, but usually you consume more than you need for a long period of time. So when you get above a certain level, we store some of it so that certain parts of the day when your blood sugar goes down, your liver has some in storage to bring you back up. So that's why this is a classic example that you'll see on the Regents exam as well. We will discuss it ad nauseum when we get to the endocrine system. But this is a good example of how your body keeps your cells happy with the amount of sugar that it has. So, like I said, we're moving on. At the beginning of the year, we started small with biochemistry, atoms, molecules, and things like that. Then we jumped into cells, and we took quite a divergence talking about cell processes, which led us into genetics and evolution, and then this whole diversity but unity of life. Then we classified it, and luckily, humans as mammals are kind of the peak of species. And so we can circle right back to the human body, and it's still related because when we get to all of those species, birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals are the most advanced, and we need to understand our bodies, and being mammals, we can just pick right up at this point. So we're going to start talking about tissues, organs, organ systems, making up this organism that is you and your body. We will go system by system. Like I said, this is a team of teams, really. Organs making up teams that all work together to help one facet of maintaining homeostasis. And so what we're going to do here is we'll look at things going in: respiration, digestion, get oxygen in, get nutrients in. We'll look at those two guys first. We'll then jump to the circulatory system. Well, now that it's in, we must circulate, right? So after we get to circulatory system and our cells using up those nutrients and creating wastes, we've got to look at the urinary system and other excretory organs filtering out cellular wastes, and your kidneys aren't the only ones. We'll also talk about the lymphatic and immune systems, which will lead us to skin, muscle, and bone. Then we'll get to the bosses of the body, the endocrine system and the nervous system. Of course, the endocrine system controls hormones, which leads us right into human reproduction. This is also the point where I have to start saying penis and vagina over and over again, so that by the time we get to the reproductive system, I can actually get something accomplished without everybody giggling out of control. Trust me, it happens every year. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go system by system, starting with digestion. I'm not going to lecture digestion today. I'll just cut it off there. I want you guys finishing up your objectives, submitting those to me, and then I will give you just one page of homework to do. H147 to actually 149. So H 147 to 149 will be your homework. We'll say today is what, Tuesday? Oh, crap, I don't even know what day. No, today's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, April 1st. So have this done by Friday. Okay? We'll talk more about digestion on Thursday. Okay? And Draco signing off.